Hi, I'm Albie Miller. I'm the co-president of Phoenix Closures. Today we're here to talk about heat induction units, how to set them up, and then we're going to go walk through what an under-inducted liner looks like and what an over-inducted foil seal liner looks like. Heat induction units are found through all different industries, whether it's pharma to food. They kind of fall in three primary principles, and that's pressure, heat, and time. And by pressure, I mean the torque application of the closure onto the land of the bottle. Heat, meaning the directional energy, which is caused from the induction unit itself, and time, which is the speed of the conveyor. There's about three different styles of heads out in the marketplace. One is known as a tunnel. Then you're going to have what's known as a skewed head, and that's where the head literally shifts to accommodate different diameter bottles. And the last one is just a fixed center line induction, and that's where it's just a straight, the head is straight, it's fixed, it doesn't shift. First thing you should do when you're approaching your induction unit, whether you're encountering a challenge, you should always go to the ID tag on the side. So in this case, today we're running an Enercon Super Seal 125. But this ID tag is really what you need if you have to call the vendor or Phoenix Closures to talk with our tech group. What we're going to do is take two bottles, and we're going to wind up setting them underneath the unit. We're going to be setting it up in the center line. So I have a center line driven into the middle of the conveyor, and I've lined it up with my center line in the induction head. And with that, happy to mail you guys one of these if you need one. But these are an induction tooling measure, which is about 1/8 of an inch thick. And what we use this for is to line up to make sure that the head is correctly positioned. So in this case, we line it up, and then we also want to make sure that the head itself is balanced and not skewed one way or the other. Sometimes when you're running on a manufacturing floor, it may be sloped due to a cleaning process. But as we roll it down, you want to make sure that you've got this gap, which is what we call the air gap for the head. And so that gives you your ample amount of space for the induction unit. We're going to now set up our turn on the equipment. We're going to start at a low energy setting, and then we're going to work our way up. So we're going to start at 55 energy setting, and then we're going to set it at the center line, make sure it's oriented there. And on the other side, we're going to look through and make sure that the center line was right down the middle of the cap. So, and as you feel the cap, you're going to notice that it's hot, that it's heating up. You don't want to open the cap immediately. You want to make sure that you've waited about 30 to 60 seconds before opening the cap and checking the seal. So as we go to peel through the different energy settings, we're going to see different performances from the liner. So as we peel the 55%, it's really light. As you can see, there's almost no adhesion. It's not an aggressive bond. This is something that you would be pretty nervous having out in the field. So as we get to 60, it's a little bit better. I definitely took a little bit more to get it off, but it's still a little lighter. As we move to 65, again, these were all torqued under the same circumstances, but we're getting a more consistent bond. It's harder to peel off, but when it does peel, it's consistent. So let's check out 70. At 70, I've got a good adhesion. It definitely takes some effort to get it off, but not too much. And I'm getting a good consistent residue that's from the land of the bottle and the liner. And so this is probably the ideal. The 75, we've added too much energy, and this wrinkling is a great indication that we've added too much energy to the bottle. Overall, this gives you the good example of what induction is, how to set up a unit. If you have additional questions, please feel free to give us a call. We're happy to help in any way, shape, or form. Thank you.